everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Patent Beast podcast at Patent Beast IP Talk. My name is Ania Alexakos from ManyMedical.com, and today I'm here with the founder and creator of Patent Beast,
Bob Fish, Fish IP Law,
and one of the leading minds in intellectual property and patent strategy.
Hi Bob, how are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you, Ania?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me here.
Today we're diving into a fascinating topic, the principles of invention. What truly makes an idea innovative, protectable, and valuable in today's highly competitive world of technology and AI. So Bob, let's start with the foundation. What are the core principles of invention, and why is understanding them so critical for inventors, entrepreneurs, and emerging AI companies today?
What happens is people come to my office and they talk for 10 or 15 minutes and they say, here's my invention. And then after they do that, I say, what about this? What about that? And they say, I've been working on this for 10 years or 5 years. How can you come up with new ideas in 5 minutes or 10 minutes? And it's because I use these principles of invention.
So you must be really good at it.
Well,
what's the secret?
I can tell you what they are. There's maybe 12 of them, but I'll just tell you a couple of them today.
Okay.
So one of them is things go from fewer elements, fewer things to greater things. And they go from lower dimensions to higher dimensions. What does that mean?
Yeah.
So what's the world's first toothbrush? It's 1 unit working at 1 hertz.
With your finger there.
Right? Or what's the world's first comb? It's 5 units working at 1 hertz. Right? So if you wanted to go to a higher dimension, or let's say you have a comb, right? Or your fingers, and you want to go to more fingers, what do you call that? It's a comb, right? It's one dimensional, right?
Right.
If you want to go to 2 dimensions, what's that called? Well, a brush.
Yeah.
Right? So if you were inventing something to brush hair, to deal with hair, you would, if you knew the principles of invention, you could easily go from a comb to a brush. But that's 2 dimensions. What if you wanted to go to 3 dimensions? What would it be? Well, can you have a 3-dimensional brush? Well, yes, you can have bristles at different lengths. So, for example, a toothbrush, modern toothbrushes, they're not flat across the top. They have ridges, right? So it's a 3-dimensional toothbrush. Similarly, another principle is you go from lower frequency to higher frequency. Right? So think of a toothbrush. First toothbrush, you're going along 1 or 2 hertz, brushing your teeth. The next thing, higher frequency, you have something that goes back and forth. Right? Maybe 100 hertz or 50 hertz. If you want to go to a higher frequency, what would you do? You have to go to sonic. Right? So there's sonic toothbrush. If you want to go to a higher frequency, now what do? You have to go to light. And there's toothbrushes with light coming up through the bristle with a frequency that'll break up flat. And these same principles apply all over the place. Another one of the principles is you have something that doesn't change, it's static, to something that's dynamic. Well, if you wanted to make a dynamic toothbrush, what would you do? It just sits there, it doesn't do anything. Right? How would you make a dynamic toothbrush? Right. Well, you can make it so the bristles change color after you're using it for a period of time. Maybe they turn blue or green or something, so you know now it's time to throw away that toothbrush. So what I do is I take their invention and I say, what could it possibly be if you went to a higher dimension? What could it possibly be if you made it dynamic rather than static? Isn't that fascinating?
That is super fascinating. Wow.
And let's do another example. I brought over some greeting cards. Here's a typical greeting card, right? Yeah. You can write in it. It doesn't really do anything, right? Typical greeting card. And move this guy over. Okay, so if you're using these principles, what do you have to do? You have to do something that's static, doesn't move, to dynamic. It moves. Well, here's a card, happy birthday card. And you open it up and it turns into, in this case, a little piglet.
3D.
And people have seen it 3 dimensions. So it goes from 1-dimensional or 2-dimensional to 3-dimensional. Right? So if you want to do another dimension, what would the dimension be? It would be time. What would it be? So here's one.
There you go.
right?
That's pretty.
It has lights. Another thing is that fewer modalities to more modalities. Right? So in this case, it was just visual,
Right.
and now it's sound as well. Okay, so if you want to go to a higher dimension, what would it be? That's how I think about it.
Yeah.
It's got to be somehow to make it happen. So then here's one.
Now you have a movement.
You have movement
Yeah.
in addition to just the
Yeah.
sound.
That makes a lot of sense.
Okay, and now what would you do? How would you make it interactive? I open this up, and it just does whatever it does.
Yeah.
So if you want to make it more interactive, you have to do it so that the person has to do something, right? Well, here's one, happy birthday card, right?
Mm-hmm.
Open it up. It's a piano. It's an accordion.
Oh, wow. That is pretty cool. So it's
So
applying
it makes you
all
do something. It's interactive,
Yes.
right? And then you can go even further with interactivity. Here's another one, another happy birthday
Yeah.
card. So you open it up like this. You pull it open like this. You press the button. And then you have to blow it out to make it stop.
That is cool.
Right? So the same principles apply to anything. You can apply it, for example, to, let's say, devices that do glucose monitoring. The original glucose monitor, you prick your finger, you take a blood, you put it on the glucose monitor, and it tells you what it is.
Right.
So that's interactive in that sense with you. But if you wanted to make it more interactive, what would you do? Well, maybe there's a memory in it, and you have to enter your information. What was the blood sugar at this time in this state? If you wanted to make it more interactive, what would you do? Well, maybe you have the signal and the data go off to your doctor.
Right.
To internet. You can apply the same principles to almost any invention.
In any
That's
industry.
how I do it, in any industry. So it's not that super smart, but people think it's smart. And all you have to do is know these principles.
But it's still being very clever and smart and many years of experience that allows you to think the way you are, thinking out of the box, basically.
That's what people say, think out of the box.
Yeah.
But how do you think out of the box?
Using the principles.
Use the principles of invention.
That's amazing. Well, this was very informative. If you guys have any questions, please look down. All the information will be provided below. And thanks to Bob, we're now informed more about the principles of invention. Thanks, Bob.
Thank you. Bye-bye.